Mark Galicic here. Got a couple flea market finds here. Two Senco finish nail guns, and they both had tags on them stating that it would only fire one time and the piston wouldn't retract. So I picked these up for a whopping $10 a piece, and these were built back in the 80s when Senco made a really good nail gun, and they're well worth the fix. Problem being, this little seal, there's the instructions that come with it. The old seal is laying in pieces. So these were common problems, and a couple of years ago you couldn't just buy this piece. You had to buy the whole entire cylinder assembly. So now to fix this problem, all we have to do is put this seal right back onto the firing chamber. There's a set of teeth that it locks into. This thing should sort of float around there fairly loose, and this allows the firing pin that drives your nail to retract. It pushes air pressure back up. So now all we have to do is assemble this gun, and it's very simple to assemble. There's an upper and lower casting, and nothing more than a few set screws, or little Allen bolts, whatever you want to call them. Four on the bottom here, then there's a bolt that holds the back of this gun on. And the rest of the gun's in really good condition. Because back in the day, these guns would set you back well over $300. But that's back when they made really good commercial quality tools. So again, we got four screws on the bottom here. Okay, I'll torque these down in a bit, just one for demonstration to show you. Then the cylinder itself goes back in with this rubber boot that goes on the bottom to make a seal. This whole assembly just pushes back down into the gun. You can fill its seat. Then your firing pin that drives your nail goes back down into the cylinder. Then this ring assembly goes back into the top of that. And then this is your whole air cap assembly, which allows the air to fire down into the cylinder. And again, it is just held in with 4 bolts. So I'll go ahead and get this back together, and we'll give it a test try. I'll see you in a couple minutes. Okay, we got the gun put back together again. Everything's all nice and tight, no air leaks. We got some 2-inch nails in it, so let's see what we'll do. This is some pine, 2-inch nails, no problem. Here's some red oak. Let's see what it'll do. Pushing them all the way in through the pine, sticking out the other side. So I would say this gun is good to go. So I got $25 tied up into this gun, parts and my $10 pick. So we're going to rip apart the second gun and let's see what we can find. So I'm going to go ahead and take apart some of these pieces and we'll get back to you and show you what we find in the second gun. Okay, the second gun, I went ahead and took out all the screws so that this video don't take 10 minutes. So what you want to do, take the 4 screws out of the top. You got a cap, you got a little noise muffler. This just keeps the airflow from coming into your face. This is the exhaust port, and there's a diaphragm in here. This is all replaceable, but usually this is not the problem when these guns go bad. So we're going to take all this apart. This little ring redirects the airflow. Everything looks good so far. Now, the bottom part that holds it onto the bottom of the gun here, there's a screw here, 4 screws here, and you can pull this up off of the gun housing. Then your firing pin's going to come with it. This is actually what drives your nail, and everything looks really good condition here. It doesn't look all banged up. And the piece in question here, these sometimes can be a little bit of a bear to get out of here, but once we get the cylinder out of here, and again, it's the same seal, and you can see that over time this thing cracks and degrades. And we're going to go ahead and order the same part. Like I said, a couple of years ago you could not get this piece here. You had to replace the whole assembly. So we will go ahead and order that new piece through, I got them actually on eBay. There's a lot of sites that sell Senco parts. And what's nice about these older guns, they were oilless. You absolutely did not ever oil these guns, or else you really could ruin them by oiling them. And this gun here, another $15 part, that was with shipping and everything, will fix this gun and make it like a new one. These are great old guns, and you know, Senco would be like Ford, Chevy, whatever you prefer, but you can't beat it. For $10 and a $15 part, I now have a brand new finished nail gun. I got 2, so I didn't do too bad here on this investment. But flea market finds are always good when you want to buy tools relatively cheap. And just watch what you're buying. You don't want to buy a piece of junk. If the housings were cracked, I would stay away from them. But I got parts for other guns out of these 2, and I could actually sell one and get all my money back. But thanks for watching the video, and hope to get back at the sawmill here shortly. I just figured I'd fire another video at you. Thank all my 3,300 subscribers. Hello, Louie McNeely. So I will see you back at the sawmill. Talk to you later.